for you? I think this is, again, a big one that I want to spend some time on for a lot of people who are planning to receive their IRA distribution after they move. Like, what do they need to know?
Yeah, so I think it's important, and somebody actually did ask a question about 401k and how that's treated. So if we're just talking about standard traditional IRAs and 401ks here, they will be taxed as ordinary income tax in Spain. So first of all is consolidation. So if you have 401ks, IRAs, is trying to consolidate them into one easy to manage Spanish permitting custodian, of course. And then what we look at is how to manage that tax liability and make adjustments from there. So if it's purely just IRA distributions, obviously there isn't much flexibility we have from a tax perspective, because we know that any distribution is just going to be income taxed. But if you have different assets to actually put towards your income goals, then we can look at tailoring the different asset types and actually work around the tax planning situations to help reduce the overall tax by potentially using some sort of savings tax for brokerage accounts and then some income tax on the IRAs, which should reduce the overall tax exposure rather than just taking it all from an IRA or 401k. We have looked at Roth conversions for some clients in the past. Obviously, if you're still in the US and you've got a low income tax bracket, then it may make sense to do that, but that is very personalized. So it's important just to understand what that might look like. I guess another financial risk, which is where Steve and his team come in, is currency. So actually understanding, when to take those distributions, how periodically you should do them as well, whether it's monthly, quarterly, biannual, and understanding the best time to actually transfer is when Steve and his team become really valuable with our clients to help understand what that risk might look like as well with transferring money.
And well, thank you, Rob, because that's a really good segue to my next question, which is directed to you, Steve. And this is specifically about currency, and it's about timing and about, when should you start thinking about setting up a currency account? Like how soon? Like is 3 to 6 months out? Is this the right time to do so? And who should I set up with? In terms of what consideration should I have in mind when I'm thinking about the best the best company to work with?
Okay. As soon as you know that you're going to be making the move, currency is something to start considering and thinking about. So reviewing that. It's not like the currency market and the budget that you have. You look at the exciting property and think of the lifestyle that you'll have. And most people will then bracket a number that dollars are worth so many euros, and here's the property that I'm going to end up with. But the world, the way it is, the market's moving so much, you really want to start looking at the currency a lot sooner. So it's no longer transactional. It's no longer at the end of the to-do list. It's no longer a shop around at the 11th hour to find who's cheapest then. That's just transactional. And that's fine if you're doing a few hundred or a few thousand. But if you're doing bigger volumes than that, then timing the transfer can make a meaningful difference.